The gym is a dopamine addict's dream. A dopamine addict usually has the predisposition to do things that make them feel good. What's the opposite of pain? Seeking pleasure, seeking reward. Humans naturally seek pleasure in times of large amounts of pain. And this is exactly how most people interact with the gym. I noticed with myself, the more depressed I was, the more correlated I was to attending the gym, to going to the gym. So visualizing this trend, truly seeing it as a whole, and not just saying that I went to the gym because of discipline, makes so much sense. Your mind does all these things subconsciously. You don't even know. You don't understand that maybe the reason you go to the gym is a cope. I'm not trying to directly say that the gym is bad because of the fact that you're coping. No, that's far from the truth. The truth is, the gym might be one of the best things you can possibly do because it gives you good dopamine. A reward in which you obtain after the hard work you put in. The harder the work you put in, the lower your dopamine baseline becomes. And so you become more sensitized to rewards, more sensitized to happiness in life, to the small things, to the moments that happen. The more you're sensitized to dopamine, the less pain you will truly experience overall in life. Because the mental pain is born from the greed of dopamine, the greed of consuming and continuing to do things that you know you shouldn't. I truly believe that the gym for me was a crutch. It was a crutch that I used to give me dopamine. It wasn't something I used as a healthy habit, because the way you perceive the gym completely changes it. It completely alters your mindset towards everything. One day I would go to the gym, and if I couldn't go the next day, that would ruin my whole day. The fact that one simple habit can ruin a day proves that the strength of habits doesn't really lie within the actual habit itself, right? Because if you skip one day of the gym, right, you're not gonna lose your gains. You're not gonna lose anything, in fact. But it was the perception I had of the gym. It was the dopamine I gave to it and the dependence I had on it. And so after realizing all of this, I struggled to really leave the gym. I struggled to really give up that because my pain would increase ever so slightly after I left. And it's like a threshold. You can only handle so much. And the threshold continues to go up and up and up and up until eventually you can't handle it. And the decline in my mental health was one of, let's just say, serendipity. Because I knew that eventually if I left the gym, I would become depressed. And so I had to really accept this hard fact because the gym was everything I had. I truly didn't think that my face, my looks, or my brain, my capacity to understand others, my emotional intelligence, everything that the world had to offer besides the gym would matter. Because truly I would build enough muscle, I would become strong enough to do the things I wanted in the world. But obviously this fact couldn't be further from the truth. And it took me a while to actually develop into a person that I knew I was comfortable with. And so I could work out and just do pull-ups and push-ups and use the dumbbells I have and the resources I have at my house to be able to continue to build muscle healthily, but not think of it as this act of greed and lust and dopamine. I'm not building my muscle because of the pain that I felt. I'm building my muscle because it's a healthy habit. And the more healthy habits you have, the more you can push back this dopamine baseline, the better you perceive your own life as. And so the gym isn't just about my physical health, it became more about my mental health as time went on. And especially as time went on, because at the start you're new to it or you're fresh, essentially. And the more fresh you are, the less you know, the less you expect, right? Because the more you think you're a know-it-all about that exact thing. And so you don't want to learn any more, and therefore your progress slows down immensely because of that fact. To be frank, losing progress might be the worst thing you can ever experience. It's obviously not the most detrimental thing in the world, right? You can regain what you've already built because you already know it's possible to regain what you've already done. If you've done something, you know it's achievable, you know it's possible, you know the steps how to do it, but it's the fact that you originally lost that progress. It's the fact that you think you knew everything and then you realize that you knew nothing. And so it's an endless cycle. It's basically a vicious cycle of going to the gym because of your pain, going to the gym because you lost the progress, going to the gym because you couldn't get any girls. But then the gym only refeeds the fact that you still can't do those things. You will always lose your progress. You will always have girls that will reject you. You will always be smaller than someone. And so your ego, it lies to you. It tells you these things, it feeds you because it must. For your brain to survive, for your mental health to strive, you need to have these positive goals. Your brain frames these goals as positive in order to make you continue going on. Because as humans, we strive to achieve without the feeling of achievement. For example, I fell into a deep depression. I had to do something. I had to, because my mental health was declining faster than anyone could think. Because humans without achievement lose purpose, and purposelessness creates depression. It breeds thinking, overthinking. Because when you aren't doing something, when you're not acting, you're essentially kept to your own thoughts. And your own thoughts, realistically, they're shaped around what you observe. They're shaped around the information you take in. And when you're not doing anything, you see yourself as a bum. You see yourself as a loser. You see yourself as these things that just reinforce the fact that you can't achieve anything. And it is an endless cycle, especially with dopamine too, because when you go to the gym and you're feeding this dopamine, you're just feeding into the dopamine that it gives you, and you're not actually truly doing it out of the habitual nature of it. It essentially changes you for the worst. And so I do love the functionality of fitness, because who doesn't want to be able to move fast when they're old? Who doesn't want to be able to live till 100? Who doesn't want these things? So of course, we must continue doing the things that we know will help us and help our families. I'm just truly grateful that I see through the lies, and I want you guys to see through the lies too. I want everyone to notice the perspective that I have and be like, yeah, this guy's onto something. Because truly, no one is in the gym because they weren't hurt. Everyone is in the gym because they felt pain. Every time I go hard in the gym, I notice it's because I was in pain. I wanted to numb the pain with the dopamine of the gym. The gym is a painkiller. The gym does the opposite of what it says. The gym may seem like a painful thing, but in fact, it is the painkiller. It is the truth denier of reality. So if you're ever in a dark moment, just think to yourself, what habit could I start today? What could I do that would truly make a subtle change in my life, to the point where maybe this reinforcement, this cycle would crack? I would see the light at the end of the tunnel. I would see where I need to go. And so you would take that step forward no matter where you are. Maybe you're at the start of your journey in the gym. Maybe you're at the end of the journey in your gym. Maybe you're like me and you didn't go to the gym anymore, but you continue to do calisthenics and sports. Whichever it is, we're all on the same path. We're all trying to achieve the same things, just all reframed in a different way. And I find it so fascinating, to the point where all I want to do now is understand people. My emotional intelligence is now my main goal. So if you learn anything from this video, it would be to stop seeking the reward. Stop seeking the dopamine. Seek the health. Seek the long term. See more into yourself and what you want. Is it your ego, or is it really you? Because can you really trust yourself in the end of the day? No. You have to journal. You have to figure these things out. They're not just going to come to you one day. You have to consciously believe. You have to consciously think about these things. So if you found any value from this video, make sure to like, sub, comment, and as always, peace.